Hey guys, what's up? Good evening. How are you guys doing today? Made $420 and spy. A lot of stress. Yeah, it was a roller coaster. Hello, Ran. Can you guys hear me or see me? Welcome back to another live stream. Today is January 11th, 2024. Per usual, I cannot either see or hear myself. Please let me know if I am actually streaming. I should be streaming, I'm thinking, huh? Good, bro. Waited for you. It's always worth it. There you go. So I'm live, even though there you go. How's my sound doing? Awesome. Welcome back, guys. What a roller coaster ride. Jesus Christ. Hello, Ron Howard. Hello, Robert Gray. Jorge Suarez. What's up, bro? That name sounds familiar to me. Regina. Good evening, guys. Hey, by the way, first things first. I am down in the dumps. You guys know that I suffer from sinusitis. And today, this sinusitis is killing me. So I am making an extra effort in order to go live for you guys today, because you know that I live stream throughout the whole trading session for my people on Patreon in Spanish, obviously. And I have been streaming since 8:20 a.m. So yeah, my headaches and stuff like that, but whatever. I made a commitment with you in order to go live for you today. And here I am, doing what I promised to do. Hey, what's up, Moises Cordero? There you go. Jimmy Ramirez, Gene Cook, TMB Gree, welcome back. Cool P. Okay, guys, so drop a comment down below. Let me know what stocks you guys want me to go over. And in the meantime, I am going to make a brief summary about what happened today. At the end of the day, we had some sort of flat trading session other than the Russell 2000, which went down today 0.75%. This was the worst performing index out of the bunch. The Nasdaq closed flat, like flat. Dow Jones went up 0.04%, only 15 points. And the S&P 500 went down 0.07%. Near noon, the trading session was looking like a bloodbath, guys. And take a look at the comeback that the bulls were able to pull off. If we take a look at the sectors of the markets, it was a nasty day, and we had more stocks going down than stocks going higher. I am about to show you that information. So the best performing sector today was technology. Went up 0.49%, followed by energy, which went up today 0.26%. But other than these two sectors, the other 9 sectors that trade inside the S&P 500 went down today. And take a look. I think that I have a screenshot over here. Is this one? There you go. Take a look at the decliners and gainers of today's trading session. Today we had 6,942 stocks going down and 5,120 stocks going up. So it was not a beautiful trading session, let's just put it that way. Keep in mind that tomorrow, pre-market, we have another inflation report. We can say another bullshit inflation report that could be potentially moving the tape. The producer price index, it comes out at 8:30 a.m. So in the case of the pre-market commentary that I post on Discord every single morning, you have to keep in mind that my pre-market commentary tomorrow is going to come out as soon as that macro bullshit data inflation report, whatever it is, cooked inflation report comes out. So we need to wait for that report in order to come out. Mrs. Market is going to do whatever she's going to do. And a bit before the trading session opens, I will be letting you guys know the areas of interest of the SPY. By the way, before start going over stocks, is anyone over here new to my streams? Do you guys know the way? I mean, let me rephrase the question. Does anybody let me rephrase once again the question. So, is there anyone out there that doesn't know the way that I work on Discord? I am new here. There you go. Dupree Johnson. Yes, because I wanted to kind of emphasize the work that I did today, guys, on Discord. And this is, for the most part, the work that I do on a daily basis with you guys. So take a look at this. This is my Discord channel on our server. And before the trading session opens, I always post a pre-market commentary. Okay? And in the pre-market commentary, I am usually, for the most part, pointing out a pivot. So, okay, pay attention to what I am about to tell you. Take a look at what I posted today, guys. 9:27 a.m. Okay, this is my Discord channel in our server. I said our pivot is $476.20. Over here, you can see the time. 9:27 a.m. Okay, what happens with the pivot? This is a level, okay, that determines who is in control of the tape. So if I tell you guys in my pre-market commentary, our pivot is this level, that implies that above that pivot, once the trading session opens, calls are on the table, or calls are the, let's say, more plausible play that we are more likely to be placing, okay? And below that level, below that pivot, that implies that sellers are in control in minor time frames. And that implies that we are more likely to buy puts than call options. But take a look at what happened today. So at 9:27 a.m., I say our pivot is $476.20. You might be asking, like, what is Taylor Swift doing in your Discord channel? Yeah, I mean, I try to call, sorry. I try to call balls and strikes in my Discord channel, but sometimes I want to make you guys laugh because this profession is very, frustrating. So I said, $477.50 is the first spot of overhead resistance. They failed near $477.50 as soon as the trading session opened. And take a look what I said right below that comment. Closing candles above $477.50 brings Taylor Swift to the table, and more upside is possible. Why? Because you guys know that we had some sort of hotter than expected CPI data report coming out today, and if the bulls had been able earlier on today to burst above $477.50 and keep going higher right after that, that would have implied that they were carrying out a shake-off operation. That didn't happen because we saw a sizable drop as soon as the trading session opened. But take a look at this, guys. I pointed out a place in which I was thinking about grabbing puts. I told you, if we see $479.50 in a rush, I am grabbing puts. That was some sort of my, let's say, magical number in order to grab puts. However, then I say, this comment was posted at what time? 9:43 a.m. I told you guys at 9:43 a.m. if $476.20 is broken to the downside, puts are on the table. Take a look at the time, guys, that I posted this information. 9:43 a.m. Again, if $476.20 is broken to the downside, puts are on the table. I told, and then I re-emphasized this idea. I said $476.20 is a very important spot. Okay? Then I said at 9:53 a.m., closing candles below $476.20 opens the door for more downside. Okay? And then at 10 10 a.m., pretty much, 10 o'clock, I said, it's all about $476.20, guys, as you can tell. The bear case kicks off closing candles below the pivot. What was the pivot? $476.20. What happened, guys, after 10 a.m. when the bulls started to close candles below $476.20? Let's reconcile this information with the technical chart. Let's go ahead. Let me pull up here a 1 day, 1 minute chart. Take a look at what happened here, guys. Take a look at the time. The bulls lost $476.20 as support at 10:02 a.m. 10:02 a.m. So 2 minutes after I posted at 10 a.m. that closing candles below $476.20 was a potential spot in order to see a major drop in the SPY. Take a look at what happened, guys. This thing collapsed. Take a look. I am going to zoom in here. Okay, where do you... my call out was here at 10 a.m. And take a look at what happened after that, guys. The SPY dropped 0.50% right after that. But wait, there's more. Take a look. Then, after the big drop, I closed a trade with put options of the SPY. I ended up making $408 over here. Then I told you, 470 at, what was this time? Okay, at 9 a.m., I told you, $473.85 is very important here, guys. I said 10:09 a.m. And I told you, closing candles above it can give rise to a bounce. What happened, guys, after 10:09 a.m. once the bulls started to close candles above $473.85? Let's reconcile this information with the technical chart. Take a look. $473.85. What is it? Where is it at? Here it is. Take a look. Over here, guys, at 10:16 a.m., the bulls were able to start closing candles above $473.85. And right after that, we saw another push to the upside, or the first decent push to the upside of the day, of around something like 0.38%. 38%. 0.38%. There you go. And what happened? I was able to close another successful trade playing the bounce, as you guys can see over here. I ended up making $108. Play the bounce here, so listen up, whatever. And I mean, it was a very crazy trading session, a total roller coaster. And I did my best, guys, in order to talk you through it. And I think that most of you guys were able to make some money today, thanks to my call outs. So that is something that I feel super happy about it. I have a question. Robert Gray says, absolutely, bro, go ahead. How many candles do you usually need to see before to get into a play? This is a very frequent question that you guys are asking. Something between 8 up to 15 minutes. If I see 6, 7, 8 minutes closing candles above a certain level, and mind you guys, the technical chart that I use in order to start any given trade is a 1 day, 1 minute. So I am simply, following up on how many candles are being closed about certain area. If I can count 6, 7, 8 candles, and the mechanical part is also favoring the trade, the Dixie and TNX, then I take the trade. Today was a very, very, very successful trading session. And obviously, guys, volatility is the best friend of any trader. Today we got a lot of volatility and we were able to take a bunch of trades. But for those newies out there that aren't familiar with the way that I work, remember, I post a pre-market commentary calling out calling out areas of interest from a technical standpoint. And once the trading session opens, and depending on, how much movement we get from Mrs. Market, I am calling out like specific plays. Like over here, I am maybe grabbing calls, or over here, I am grabbing puts. Or if this situation happens, if they close candles above this area, calls out on the table and stuff like that, okay? How do you locate pivots and next possible levels? Taking a look at the charts, cool P. Yeah, it is all about taking a look at the charts. Yeah. Absolutely. How do you pick your levels? I've been watching the Discord for months, and your picks are always spot on. Not always, but I would say that most of the time. Yeah, most of the time. So, guys, if you're new to technical analysis, I mean, over time, the longer you take a look at charts, you let's say that you sharp your abilities in order to determine important technical levels, obviously, right? Do you offer private lessons? Oh, I do not, bro. I don't have time as of now, Michael. Yeah. If you send me a DM, we can schedule some sort of, Zoom video call or something like that for a few minutes, guys. I am willing to do it, 10, 15 minutes. So you guys can, ask me some questions and we can go over some charts and stuff like that. But I don't do private lessons because I don't have time for that, guys. If I did it, if I could do it, I would do it. But no. As of now, I don't have time enough for that. Okay, guys, let's get into the technical charts. So what stocks you guys want me to go over? What requests do I have over here? And again, thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for watching. GDX, Gilson Morusma. GDX, a gold miner. There you go. It went down today 0.76% and it closed the trading session at $28.89. What ended up happening with the Dixie, guys? It closed flat. You guys know that precious metals are inversely correlated with the Dixie, with the DXY, with the US dollar. So keep an eye on the Dixie, guys. If it keeps dropping, take a look at the Dixie. This might represent an opportunity in order to trade some gold-related stocks. This is the US dollar, guys, the DXY. Can you guys see the ticker over there? Yeah, you guys can see it. So this is the US dollar, guys, for the most part. And you guys know that the Dixie, the US dollar, is inversely correlated relative to precious metals, commodities, and stuff like that. In the case of the DXY, if it happens to break this support, this potential support, 20-day moving average, which happens to be downward sloping, it shouldn't act like an important support. So if you guys happen to see the Dixie trading below 102, this could be a green light in order to trade some gold-related stocks such as GDX. In the case of GDX, let me see over here. Not a good-looking chart. This is a downtrend below all the moving averages. For me, in order to go long GDX, I would need to see the bulls trading above this blue line, this 100-day moving average, so above $29. So let's say that we see this combination. The Dixie drops below 102, and you guys see GDX. I'm trading above this blue line, so above $29, above the 100-day moving average. This could be an opportunity in order to take a trade over here from $29 up to the next potential gap that could be getting filled over here up to $30. $30 is a previous resistance back from mid-October, and this is also a previous resistance back from mid-September. This could represent how much? A 2.90% profit trade. But this is a no touch, in my opinion, in order to go long below $29. There you go. What other stock do we have over here, guys? Eli Lilly, Leslie. Wow, Leslie trades Eli Lilly every day. What's up, bro? How are you? I think that Lilly, wow, a brand new all-time high for Lilly, guys. What a beast. By the way, and since we still have this weight loss optimism, in my community, on my server, on my Patreon, and myself obviously included, we are trading NVO. Because, options are cheaper than Lilly's, and it is less volatile. So that's a ticker that I feel more comfortable with trading than Lilly. Because in the case of Lilly, guys, you need to have a stomach. in order to trade this stock. When it comes to the technical analysis, this is a brand new all-time high, above all the moving averages, upward sloping 5-day moving average, upward sloping 100-day moving average, upward sloping 200 DMA. Nothing wrong with this chart. However, this is the question. Lily hit today a brand new all-time high. So above its brand new all-time high, so above 640 bucks, we didn't have any previous technical reference. So how high can Lily go if it happens to be able to burst above 640 bucks? What are we looking at, guys? 640, 650? I mean, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. So I would rather, if I wanted to trade the sticker, guys, take a look at this convergence. If Lily happens to pull back a bit and pays a visit down to the 5-day moving average, which happens to be upward sloping, that implies that this moving average is very likely to act as support. So let's say that Lily pulls back a bit, pays a visit down to 625 bucks. $625 happens to coincide with a previous resistance back from early November, and this is also a previous resistance back from mid-October of last year. So I would be a buyer of Lily here. And you guys know that for the most part, I am a trader of uptrends. So what about starting a position on Lily at 628 bucks once we were able to confirm that this 5-day moving average at 627 bucks is acting as support from $629 up to 641 bucks. This could represent a 2% profit trade. Let me take a look quickly at the market structure of good old Eli Lilly. Let me see. Eli Lilly. There you go. And company. Alrighty. Take a look at the market structure, guys. Oh my God. Again, guys, what is this chart showing us? Okay, on the top, you guys can see the demand. Buyers. Take a look at the demand. Through the roof. And at the bottom, you guys can see the supply or sellers. The supply is certainly rising, but it is way below the level of the demand. So what does this imply in practical terms? That over here, in every single time frame, we have more buyers than sellers. So I'm thinking, and taking into account the technical chart and taking into account the market structure of Lily, that any visit down to 626 bucks is a buy. This area is very likely to act as support if visited. And on top of that, if the bulls can take out, guys, 640 bucks on good volume and momentum, I mean, this thing can keep going higher. To where? I don't know. 640, 650, I don't know. I guess that the sky is the limit here, guys. By the way, so this is the stock that I have been trading instead of Lily. Novo Nordisk, NVO. This is also an uptrend. This stock trades at 106 bucks. And I will keep an eye on this 5-day moving average tomorrow, guys. 107. If NVO can recapture tomorrow and can consolidate above 107 bucks, I might be a cold buyer over here, guys. Because if that were the case, the bulls could start to gather momentum in order to fill this gap up to 109 bucks. If we were able to take this trade the way that I am describing it over here, this trade could represent a 1.85% profit trade. And take a look at the chart, guys, of NVO. Novo Nordisk. Do you guys see anything wrong with this chart? Take a look. Upward sloping 200 DMA, upward sloping 100 DMA, upward sloping 20 DMA, and the only moving average that the bulls would have to recapture here would be the 5-day. Very good looking chart. So this stock is going to be on my watch list tomorrow for sure. I love the balls and strikes. Thanks, Michael. Thanks. Guys, you gotta consider that all the posts that all the information that I am posting on Discord is being posted while I am live streaming for my people. So can you figure the amount of stuff that I am doing every day and the effort that I have to make in order to post that information? So whenever you guys, say something positive about my balls and strikes, that is something that obviously is is an incentive for me in order to keep making an effort in order to provide you guys with the best information that I can. I'll have to check on NVO. Yeah, this is, I mean, I could trade Lily. I do like the technical chart a lot, but if I had to pick between Lily and NVO, guys, I would trade this stock. It's less volatile, the options are cheaper, so I would trade NVO rather than Lily. Okay, Tesla, absolutely. Let's go ahead and take a look at Tesla. So we keep, bad news keep piling up, guys. So what was the bad news of Tesla today, guys? Does anyone remember? What was the bad news? So Hertz is getting rid of something like 20,000 EVs because no one wants to rent a souffle, a Tesla, guys. I'm like, wow. I mean, you guys know that I own a Model 3. I am a happy owner of a Tesla vehicle. And I have been telling you guys, I love my car. I love the product that Tesla makes, but I don't like the stock. This stock is super ultra, I probably cannot express this with words. This is a massive bubble, guys. As a stock, I love the company, and I own a Model 3 myself. So Tesla, I think that Tesla is no longer a 7 magnificent stock. Take a look at the performance, guys. This is a downtrend. This chart looks pretty crappy. So you guys have to ask yourselves, why is Tesla trading so poorly, whereas the other 7 magnificents are killing it? What is going on over here? Why the markets are punishing Tesla this way, whereas they are rewarding Nvda and Microsoft, which hit today a brand new all-time high, and I don't know, needless to say, Meta, or Google or Amazon. So there is something wrong going on over here, guys. It's very obvious. This company doesn't deserve to be among the 7 magnificents. So that being said, guys, and taking a look at the technical charts, today the bears scored big time over here. And why? Well, because they were able to break to the downside this 200-day moving average, near $231. This stock, guys, I have 2 spots here. The plan in the case of Tesla is easy, guys. Easy. So if tomorrow we happen to see a massive rally in the Qs and stuff like that, I don't know, because the PPI came out way softer than expected, and because we have a soft landing coming, and you guys know the bullish narrative that the bulls usually put on the table. So if tomorrow we happen to see a massive rally in the Qs, keep an eye on $231. If Tesla can recapture $231, so the 200-day moving average, and the bulls can close candles above it, there is a rally coming up, more likely than not, for Tesla. Okay? However, I have another interesting spot in the case of Tesla for you. So this is sticky note stuff. Put this down on a sticky note, guys. Take a look at all of these anchored volume weighted average price lines, AVWAPs. Take a look at this one, guys. So this is an AVWAP that comes from Tesla's last year's low. You guys know that back in January of last year, Tesla hit something like $104. Okay, if we display an AVWAP from last year's low, we get a price of $211. This is a very important level for Tesla, guys. So the 2 trades that I would be thinking about in the case of Tesla would be either the bulls recapturing the 200-day moving average and closing candles above it. So the bulls recapturing this level, guys, $231. I mean, this would actually be the trade that I would rather take in the case of Tesla, because I like to take trades when buyers are showing strength, okay? However, If Tesla happens to drop down further and visits 210 bucks, and if I can confirm support over here, you can bet that I am going to be grabbing Tesla calls. So these are the two levels that I have on my radar as of now. A potential visit down to 210 bucks and a potential recapture of $231 approximately. There you go, guys. That's the plan in the case of Tessie. And let me take a look at the market structure, guys. Let's see if we can find something constructive over here about Tessie. So demand and supply. Let me see. Take a look, guys. Oh my God. I think that 211 bucks is coming up, guys. Take a look at the demand. So remember, on top of this chart, you guys can see the demand. And at the bottom, you guys can see the supply. Demand buyers, supply sellers. The demand collapsed. So buyers are nowhere to be found over here, guys. Whereas the supply is rising. More sellers. A very poor market structure for Tessie, which makes me believe that maybe this test of this anchor value weighted average price line that comes from last year's low is likely, guys. 211 bucks. Yeah. Where do you go live? I go live on my Patreon, guys. So no, forget it. And it is in Spanish. So you guys are perfectly well on Chris' server. And for the most part, you guys are getting pretty much the same information that I tell my guys on my Patreon live. So no worries about that. Sorry, guys. Okay. What other requests do I have over here? CCJ. Hey, by the way, in the case of CCJ, this is an uranium-related stock. I have over here, guys, an unusual options alert in the case of CCJ. So this is more sticky note material. So put this down on a sticky note, guys. Yesterday, someone, we don't know who did it, invested 800,000 bucks in CCJ calls that expire on February 9th with a strike price of $48. Again, someone invested $800,000 in CCJ calls that expire on February 9th with a strike price of $48. So we have a very good technical chart. On top of that, we have an unusual options alert over here of call options, and it looks like the stock of this company is going to keep going higher, guys. So we have an upward sloping 200 DMA, upward sloping 100 DMA, upward sloping 5-day moving average. So in my opinion, guys, and again in regular market conditions, we don't know what could happen tomorrow with the PPI. I don't know, maybe the cooks of the BLS cannot cook the report as they usually do, and the report comes out harder than expected, and I don't know, maybe they killed the tape. I don't know, whatever. You guys get the point, right? But again, in regular market conditions, I think, guys, that CCJ has an appointment with its all-time high, guys, $48. Take a look at this technical chart. Under the absolute control of buyers, above all the moving averages are upward sloping, except for the 20-day moving average. So I wouldn't be surprised if CCJ can fill this gap right away, guys, up to $48.28. So if we happen to take this trade, let's say that we see some sort of slight pullback over here, guys. So let's say that CCJ pays a visit down to this former area of resistance at $46.50. I mean, it closed today at $46.66, and it went up today 3.34%. So let's say that Cameco opens the trading session tomorrow flat and starts closing candles above on $46.40. This is bullish, guys. I would be a call buyer here, but with both hands. Let's say that we get calls or shares, I don't know, whatever you prefer, at $46.70. And if we happen to see another push to the upside over here, up to the all-time high of the stock of this company, at $48.28. This would be a 3% profit trade, guys. This is another stock that is on the very top of my watch list as of now. On the very, 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 very top of my watch list as of now. Very good looking shirt. There's nothing to complain about. Cameco. And let's see what happens. Let me take a look. Let me reconcile actually the technical chart with the market structure of CCJ. It's 5:05 p.m. Let me see. Take a look. The supply is starting to rise, and as of now is above. The supply is slightly above the demand. So we gotta be careful here. This implies that sellers are starting to step in. As you guys can see, the supply is rising. So we gotta be careful, guys. If this previous area of resistance at $46.40, you guys know that previous areas of resistance tend to act like or as new areas of support. So if this potential area of support near $46.40 happens to be broken to the downside, maybe we can see a bit more of profit taking down to $44.80. This could even represent a shot opportunity over here. But if $46.40 acts as support, then we could be potentially playing this bounce in the case of CCA, but keep an eye on $46.50. And mind you, and I never, guys, try to guess tops, but the fact that the supply is rising implies that there is a high likelihood of some sort of retracement from $48.28, which happens to be the all-time high of the company. We are very likely to have a bunch of people, calling out a double top over here. A test of $48.20. So we could see. So that's another potential spot from which we could see some sort of profit taken, or from which we could see some sort of little retracement in the case of CCJ. There you go. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you guys. Don't join my Patreon. It is in Spanish. It is spoken in Spanish 100%. So no, you guys are good here, okay? And you guys can count on me whenever you have. I am very active throughout the trading session, so no worries, okay? I followed you in Discord. You have been awesome. Thanks, Thomas. You have helped me go green many days. Also, you have confirmed levels I have identified, giving me confidence. Awesome. That's the task that I want to achieve, guys. Okay. I could be, and I was doing this before, guys, on the server. I was like, hey guys, I'm getting SPY calls over here expiring, on this date and with this strike price. What I am doing now, guys, with you is calling out important levels and letting you guys know what could be potentially happening so you can make your own decisions. So I want to teach you how to fish instead of fishing for you, so you can learn. That's the most important thing, obviously, okay? Did you cover Apple? I did not. Let's go over Apple. Sure. AAPL. And mind you, guys, we have had how many trading sessions this year? Like, I don't know, like 7? This year looks promising. It looks like we're going to be dealing with a lot of volatility. By the way, keep in mind, the markets are closed on Monday. Usually, let's say we can apply the 60-40 rule. The trading session before a long weekend is usually bullish. Okay? Applying the 60-40 rule. So I am not saying that we are going to go higher necessarily tomorrow in the major indices and most of the stocks out there, but you got to keep in mind that whenever we have a 3-day weekend, okay, the Friday before that long weekend is usually green. Usually. Again, in regular market conditions, we don't know what is going to happen with the with the PPI tomorrow, or with whatever the cooks from the Bureau of Labor Statistics are going to be delivering tomorrow, okay? Okay, Apple. Went down today, 0.32%. Yeah, go ahead, guys. Hit the like button. Thanks, Michael. Yeah, go ahead. We have 55 people watching the stream, so we can get up to 55 likes, I guess, right? Okay, Apple went down today, 0.32%, and it closed the trading session, at $185.59. So, the bulls were able to close the trading session today above the 5-day moving average. And take a look at this technical detail, guys, that I am about to point out over here. Take a look at this, I don't know, red upward sloping line. This is the 200 DMA, 200-day moving average. The bulls have defended the 200-day moving average, guys, tooth and nail since, I don't know, like forever ago. So for the most part, guys, any visit of Apple down to the 200-day moving average almost always finds buyers. Almost, as you guys can see over here. Take a look at what happened between October 23rd and November 3rd of last year. So the bears were able to break to the downside, the 200-day moving average, but this bearish momentum didn't last long, guys. It lasted for 1, 2, and 3, let's say 4 trading sessions. Buyers ended up showing up. So this is a very important spot for Apple, guys. Regardless of whatever is going on with the company, you guys know that this company isn't doing well as of now. We have the revenue of Apple going down. When I talk about revenue, I'm talking about iPhone revenue, and the commercial execution of the company isn't doing well at all. But this is the most important stock of the markets. So, buyers end up buying the dip for the most part. So, in case of a further pullback of Apple and stuff like that, always keep an eye on the 200-day moving average. And take a look at what happened just a few days ago. The 200-day moving average was tested, guys, back on January 5th. And the next day, pretty much pre-market, on January 8th. And what happened? Buyers ended up showing up. Very critical and important support for Apple, guys, the 200-day moving average. And needless to say, guys, this moving average is upward sloping, so it is very likely to act as support if it happens to be tested to the downside. And take a look at what has happened. So, in the case of Apple, the bulls closed the trading session today above the 5-day moving average. This is bullish behavior. They recently recaptured the 100-day moving average. So this blue line that you guys can see over here. So in my opinion, if the bulls can open the trading session tomorrow, guys, above this 5-day moving average, so above 184, let's say, we can round this up, above $185. And if they can close candles and consolidate above that level, what about a gap fill up to $188? $188 happens to be a previous support back from early December. If we were able to take this trade from $185 up to $188, this could represent a 1.57% profit trade. Nothing to sneeze at. So, this is an interesting spot for Apple, guys. Consolidating above $185. And take a look at how $188 has acted as support and resistance on multiple occasions, guys. Take a look. It acted as support on 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 occasions. And it also acted as resistance back on mid-November. So, Apple is starting to look somehow constructive. Let me see if I have any AVWAPs that could be important over here in the case of AAPL. Let me see. Apple. I love anchored value and weighted average price lines. And take a look, guys. Take a look at this AVWAP. This AVWAP comes from the last earnings report of Apple. Take a look at the price. $186. So this confirms my bullish case. This could confirm. It doesn't confirm anything because the bullish case hasn't occurred quite yet. But we can say that above $185, $186, we have the convergence of the 5-day moving average, which could be acting as support. And on top of that, we could also see Apple consolidating above an anchor value weighted average price line that comes from the last earnings report of Apple. So it would be very bullish if Apple can consolidate above $186 approximately. Let me take a look at the market structure of good old Apple. By the way, guys, at some point of the trading session, and this is something that is worth to be pointed out, at some point earlier on today, Microsoft had surpassed Apple market cap wise. So earlier on today, we had some sort of historical event. So Microsoft Microsoft actually became the largest company of the world market cap wise. It happened for, I don't know, like 2 hours, and then Apple reclaimed that title. But I think, if you guys ask my opinion, I think that at the end of the day, Microsoft is going to become the largest company of the world market cap wise. Okay, take a look at the market structure. Again, on top of this chart, you guys can see the demand, and at the bottom, you guys can see the supply. The supply is rising, and the demand is falling off a cliff. Not a good looking market structure for Apple. So we have more sellers than buyers. That implies, guys, that if Apple opens the trading session above $185, and you guys see that the bulls are having trouble, or that the bulls are struggling in order to hold $185 as support, and if that support happens to be broken to the downside, this could be a potential short from $185 down to the 100-day moving average, down to $182.50 approximately. There you go. We love that you care to teach us to fish. Thanks, Robert. Thank you very much, bro. Awesome. That's the idea. Actually, that's exactly the idea. Okay. What about the Russell 2000? Do you want me to go over the IWM or the Russell itself? The RUT. I'm bullish, guys. The Russell, huh? And the IWM. Listen up and mark my words. If the bulls happen to be right about the so-called soft landing, if that thing actually occurs this year, so if the Federal Reserve can actually, lower inflation down to 2%, 2.50%, and despite the fact that as of now we have the highest interest rates in 40 years, if they happen to be able to pull that off, so lowering inflation without putting the U.S. economy into a recession, this is going to be the big winner of this year, guys. Mark my words. The IWM. There you go. So I recently purchased some shares of the IWM at $197. If you want to take a trade over here, guys, I would tell you to wait for the IWM. I would tell you to wait until the IWM can burst above the 5-day moving average. So any process of consolidation, guys, above $195 is bullish behavior. We have a downward sloping 5-day. I mean, the 5-day moving average is starting to flatten out over here a bit. If I wanted to start a trade with call options in the case of the IWM, I would like to see the bulls consolidating above the 5-day moving average, so above $195. If that were the case, that could be signaling that the bulls are gathering momentum in order to make another push higher and maybe being able to fill the next important gap up to the 20-day moving average, $198. If we were able to take this trade the way that I am describing it over here, from $195-ish up to $198, this could represent a 1.36% profit trade. Definitely nothing to sneeze at. So this would be the trade to the upside that I would be thinking about in the case of the IWM. And if you guys want to grab puts, then keep an eye on $191. And I mean, we can round this down. $191, guys. $191 acted as support back on January 5th, and it also acted as support today. We can say, or we can make the case that if $191 happens to be broken to the downside with, with everything falling apart, with the SPY pulling back and the triple Qs and the, TNX, the 10-year treasury yield going higher, you guys know that this is an ETF. This is, let's say, a sector of the market that is very sensitive to yields. So whenever you guys want to take trades with the IWM, you'd better go check TNX, the 10-year treasury yield. If you want to buy calls of the IWM and you guys see the 10-year treasury yield TNX going on a tear, you have to double think what you're about to do. On the flip side, if the IWM breaks $191 to the downside with TNX going higher, that is the perfect mechanical correlation that you guys can see. This could be a potential short over here. So puts breaking $191 to the downside and calls with the IWM consolidating above $195. There you go. So we are 51 minutes in. Wow, I've been streaming all day long, guys. Suspension of the car, says Aaron Burns. I don't know the details, bro, but I mean, apparently people don't want to rent Teslas. I don't know why. I mean, I love my car. It's a super car, man. But, it is what it is. DraftKings, Dkng, sure. Let me take a look at good old DraftKings. Let me take a sip of whatever this is. 5:21 p.m. here on the East Coast. We're having a cold day over here, guys, in Charlotte, in North Carolina. What about you guys? Is any of you guys under the snow as of now? Where are you guys located at? What about SPY? I can go over the SPY, Teresa. But tomorrow we have a moving market situation with the PPI, right? So I can point out certain levels of the SPY over here for sure, but maybe that information might not play out tomorrow depending on whatever happens with the PPI. Yeah, that's the issue over here. DraftKings, it went down today 0.42% and it closed the trading session at $33.43. I use a lot, guys, and you guys can tell that. I use a lot the 5-day moving average. So give me some sort of consolidation above this white line, above the Rhode Island. There you go. TX. Oh, by the way, I went on vacation like a week ago. I went to Boston, guys. Such a beautiful city, huh? Is any of you guys from Massachusetts? From Boston? Texas, Rhode Island, Ohio. Yeah, Ohio is very cold as well. I went to Boston. Very beautiful city, guys. I had a lot of fun. Over Nvda? Sure. I will go over in Nvda. Can you check on Boyle? Yep. California. Robert Gray. The best weather out there in California. New Orleans will be in the 20s next week. Wow. Yeah, next week is going to be cold. Tennessee, McMullen, 357. Okay. Cali all day. Absolutely. Yeah, that's the best weather. Absolutely. Yeah. I want to buy puts on Nvidia. Has to pull back soon. Says who, Robert? Says who? Let's go over Nvidia first. Okay, DraftKings. I would like to see DraftKings consolidating above $33.60. If that were the case, I have two potential scenarios here, guys. I would like to see some sort of test of this blue line, the 100-day moving average. If the bulls of DraftKings can find support over there near $32.20, they could be bouncing back up. Take a look at how the 100-day moving average recently acted as support to the penny. This was back on January 4th. So this is a potential spot from which DraftKings could be bouncing back up $32.25. From $32.25 up to the 5-day moving average, you guys are looking at a 5% profit trade. But if the bulls can show some more strength over here, and if they can consolidate above this 5-day moving average, so if they can close candles above $33.60. This could be signaling that they are gathering momentum in order to fill this next potential gap up to a former area of resistance at $36.50. This is a previous resistance back from mid-November. So from 34 bucks-ish up to $36, this could represent a 5% profit trade. And from the 5-day moving average, $32.30, up to the 5-day moving average, so from the 100 DMA up to the 5 DMA, this could be a 4% profit trade. This is a good looking chart. I would trade the sticker, guys. I would trade the sticker as long as the bulls can remain above the 100 DMA. Losing the 100 DMA as support, so losing 32 bucks as support opens the door for more downside, maybe down to the 200 DMA, $28.70-ish. Let me see if I can see anything meaningful on the market structure of DraftKings. And then let me go ahead and go Dkng and go ahead and go over an Nvda. Sorry, guys. Dkng. There you go. Let me see. Take a look at the market structure, guys. Falling demand and rising supply. Not a good looking market structure. So keep an eye on this 100-day moving average, guys. If it happens to be broken to the downside, in my opinion, puts out on the table on DraftKings. Nvda. Okay, so this is the question, Robert. True, I have no idea. Then Nvda will pull back soon, correct. Be careful, guys. I don't like shorting rocket chips. I don't do it. I tried to do it, and I ended up losing more money than the money that I ended up making. Be careful over here. Wait for sellers. Wait until sellers show strength. Let me ask you some question, guys. How can you tell when sellers are showing strength? What would be a sign that sellers are gaining steam in this technical chart of Nvda? I mean, how can we short the Nvda here? I mean, I'm not going to do it because initially I don't short uptrends. I don't do it. That is wrong, guys. So we have a lot of market participants that love buying the dip on downtrending stocks, but they love getting puts on uptrending stocks. So it is, it's like, I don't get that logic. It should be the other way around. Buy uptrends and short downtrends, right? So what happens, guys, when we have an uptrend like this one? This implies that buyers are in total control of the tape. 100%. Can a stock go up forever? Of course not. Nothing can go up in a straight line and forever. It just doesn't work out like that, right? So, since say that I wanted to short Nvda here, and that's a case of my friend Robert, and you're right, it will eventually pull back. It is going to happen. So, but for you, in order to short this tape in which you know for sure that buyers are in absolute control of this technical short, you need to wait until an important support is broken to the downside. So what would be the trade in the case of Nvda? Say, tomorrow, the trading session opens. The triple Qs start to pull back a bit with the SPY. And the DIX is going higher. And TNX is going higher. So we have a previous support over here from yesterday at $534. If everything is pulling back, and you see Nvda pulling back and breaking $534 to the downside, this would be the opportunity in order to short Nvda. But what most people do? Okay, so Nvda, most people think like this. First, Nvda is overbooked. This is a classic, guys. This is overbooked. Yeah, take a look at the RSI. 73 points on the 4-hour chart. This stock is overbooked. So, I am super smart. I'm going to wait until Nvda hits $554. This is going to be a double top. And since the RSI is very elevated and Nvda is overbooked, I am going to get puts here. Bullshit. That's the perfect formula in order to lose money, guys. And unfortunately, many market participants think like this, guys. They think that they know when a stock is oversold. They think they know when a stock is overbooked. That's bullshit. No one can tell when a stock is either oversold or overbooked. It's bullshit. That is a lie. 100%. So, in this case, and since you know that buyers are in control, you need to wait until sellers show strength. That would be breaking $534 to the downside. I have shorted Nvda, guys, here and there, and I have done it this way. It breaks an important support. I have, the mechanical confirmation because the DX is going higher and TNX is going higher, and I have made some money by doing that. But I would never buy puts of Nvda testing an all-time high because this is a double top and this stock is overbooked and Nvda is going lower. So be careful, okay? Stuff goes under a certain moving average like 200. Ooh, but you're looking at, in the case of Nvda, the 200 is at 415 bucks, bro. Will Nvda ever hit 415 bucks once again? We don't know. And by the way, guys, I am not an Nvda bull. You guys know that I do. I know how to carry out. I know how to do fundamental analysis. I know how to read a balance sheet. I know how to read an income statement, a cash flow statement. Whenever you guys want to talk about that, I am the guy. I know what I'm talking about. In the case of Nvda, this is the real magnificent stock of the markets. The commercial performance of Nvda is perfect. Is Nvda going to be perfect forever? I don't think so. That's why I am not a buyer of Nvda at these levels. But this is the only stock that can justify its multiple as of now from a fundamental standpoint. Let's just put it that way. What platform are you using? Asks Jorge Suarez. Thinkorswim. Thinkorswim of Schwab, because this platform used to belong to TD Ameritrade. But TD Ameritrade was bought out by Schwab, so now this is a Schwab instrument or whatever. Now I am a Schwab customer. There you go. Okay. Hey, Dennis Gamboa is in Costa Rica. Beautiful country, huh? Beautiful country. I have some other requests before I wrap it up, guys. I saw that you guys were asking for other stocks. Let me see, because we are almost 1 hour in, guys. And I'm not feeling well today, So, we have had a very nice chat, guys. So, I follow. Okay, a ver. Let me see. Not a problem, bro. I am always here to help you guys. Let me see, because maybe we can do another stock. Boeing has been relatively flat this week. Okay, let's go over Boeing, guys. And full disclosure, I have puts that are about to turn green. This is not a good looking chart. We can make the case that Boeing is still trading above the 100-day moving average that happens to coincide with the 200 DMA near 214 bucks, but we have a downward sloping 5-day moving average. So I know, since we can see over here a downward sloping 5-day moving average, that sellers are gaining control of the stock of this company in minor time frames. So in my opinion, Boeing has an appointment with 214 bucks, the 100 DMA. This is my price target in order to close my Boeing puts, my BA puts. I think that we are seeing 214 bucks sooner rather than later, I can say. Boeing went down today 2.27%, and it closed the trading session at $222. I actually noticed, guys, and I was talking about this with the guys of my Patreon, that you guys saw that, at around noon, the SPY bottomed out, and it started to go on a tear today. Let me pull up here a chart of the SPY. Yeah, at around, pretty much noon. So we saw a push of the SPY, guys, from noon pretty much up to the, let's say, afternoon high of almost 1%. Boeing didn't follow the SPY during this period of time. So you can tell that in the case of Boeing, since it didn't follow the bounce, the very amazing bounce that we saw in the SPY, in the S&P 500, keep in mind that Boeing trades inside the S&P 500. It is a member of the S&P 500. So you can tell that we have a lot of weakness in the stock of this company. So I am holding my puts. My puts are about to turn green. And I'm thinking, this is what the technical chart says, that this is not a constructive chart, and that we have, that BA has an appointment with $214. Hopefully, because I have puts, sooner rather than later. I would, and let me tell you guys, at $214, I would be closing my puts, and if I can confirm support over there, I would be a call buyer in order to play some sort of bounce in the case of BA. Let me take a look, by the way, at the market structure of Boeing. I hope for the demand it will be collapsing and the supply it will be rising. Let me see. Take a look. I'm going to make a killing, guys, out of my puts. Take a look at the market structure of Boeing, guys. Let's fucking go. We have a collapsing demand and we have a rising supply that is way above the demand. So I should be making money big time if we happen to see a test of BA of $215. So don't jinx it, guys. Help me out with Boeing, with my short. So $535 for Nvda, break to the downside. Yes. Remember, I'm Robert. You have to reconcile the technical chart of Nvda, breaking $535 to the downside, with a pullback on SMH, the semiconductor ETF. You also have to see the triple Qs pulling back. You get the point, right? Okay. But yes, I mean, if I see the markets pulling back as a whole and Nvidia breaks 535 to the downside, I might be interested in grabbing puts here. Sure. Yeah. Okay, guys. Let's wrap it up. I've been streaming for how long? An hour and 7 minutes. Okay. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for watching. It looks like tomorrow we are going to have fun once again. What a roller coaster ride today. And thank you, guys. If you don't mind going to my YouTube channel and subscribing and dropping a comment on this live stream. You guys know that when I live stream for you guys, I do it exclusively for you. But once I'm done streaming, I release this streaming openly on my YouTube channel. So the comments that you guys are making here don't transcend to the video itself that I am going to be releasing openly on my YouTube channel. So if you don't mind going to my YouTube channel and dropping a comment on the stream and stuff like that, I would that would be very much appreciated. Thank you very much, guys. Very good job today, okay? Keep it up. Love it, bullshit. It all just button, bro. Okay, there you go. Take care, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day, okay? Stay warm. Bye-bye. Except for the ones that are in California. I'm jealous at you. Bye-bye. Take care.